Alright, alright. So, before I get started, I'm going to show a bit of background information on the game. Just fine in the web browser here. Alright, so Moonchild is a classic 90s platformer that started off in development as a game developed for the Commodore Amiga, but unfortunately Commodore went bankrupt before they were able to release this game, and so they ported it to Windows 95, Windows 98, maybe Windows 3, Windows 95, or Windows 98. I don't know which Windows, but it was one of those early Windows versions. But, so anyway. Yeah. From 1995 to 1997, Rainier and Metten ran a semi-autonomous game development department employed by the Dutch multimedia company Valkiezer. Ramon was hired as a freelancer to take care of the music and sound effects. Moonchild was officially released in the Netherlands in 1997 on CD-ROM in a box, but shortly after the release, Valkiezer experienced a financial setback due to a failed investment in Philips CDI authoring systems and software. This caused the publishing department to be discontinued before Moonchild was released internationally. Later, Moonchild turned out to have spread around the world in the piracy circuit, and Metten still receives emails every now and then from people around the world who express fond memories of playing Moonchild as a kid. Moonchild's development initially started on the Commodore Amiga Advanced Graphics Architecture models, and featured the Hoi character from Team Hoi's previous Amiga platform game as an automated sidekick. Metten's first Moonchild character design dates back to late 1991 when the Hoi game had just been finalized. The developers planned to turn Moonchild into a semi-sequel to Hoi, but Commodore went bankrupt in 1994 and Valkiezer demanded a reboot of Moonchild for Windows PC for understandable commercial viability reasons. A demo of the initial Moonchild AGA Amiga version is included among the available files. Also, that name Metten 7 it looks familiar to me because I've seen him posting on Mastodon with his Blender artwork, and here is his Mastodon account. Okay, it is. Okay, yeah. I'm going to post his Mastodon account in the 7@pixelfed.art. So yes, this is everything. This is his Mastodon account. He sometimes does stuff with Blender 3D. Okay. You can see here, or this Blender 3D artwork has the B3D tag on it. That's the official Blender 3D tag. That's the official tag that's used for Blender artwork. Also, I decided to stream in the morning because I'm awake at this time, and I third thing where it's continued. Oh man. So I decided to stream in the morning because I'm awake at this time. So anyway, let's get the game up and running. Moonchild FE. In another time and another place, a green elf is sent by the moon to protect the planet Utopia. They call him the Moonchild. Danger threatens the night. And this is Moonchild Friendship Edition, the open source version of this game that was released on GitHub a few days ago. I did this stream in the morning because I'm thinking of turning my mobile phone. I have my mobile phone beside me, and I'm thinking of turning my mobile phone into a teleprompter so that I can thinking of theater and reset progress. So, keys, press jump key, control, action key, alt, up key, up, down, left, right, arrow keys. That's just my preference. Okay. With that out of the way, let's get started. I'm gonna need to move my microphone a little bit. Kind of in the way of my microphone is in the way of my hands here. Alright. Thinking I should turn up the volume a little bit. Okay. Well, I turned up the volume on my end, and also on OBS. So, welcome to Moonchild. I have the power to be his friend. Didn't know we could get under the... And I didn't know we could get under the... under the ground like that. And I think the health bar works like the health bar in Turrican, where standing under an enemy makes you take damage, and you have to standing under an enemy makes you take damage, and you have to take continuous damage. I think that's a checkpoint, but I don't know. Okay. I don't know how to get up there, but I'm gonna try and find the way. Oh, what? I don't remember coming up here. Like an optical illusion. Exactly what it is. Well, actually it's a teleporter. Actually it's a teleporter that... Actually, it's a teleporter that you don't know it's there. Interesting how they hid that teleporter in plain sight. Yes, and what about the other character? The way I think he was called. Right. So when Windows in the late 90s and early 2000s, I think Windows was really good. Windows was a really good operating system to be using. Like back then, Windows may have collected. I hear that Windows may have collected your personal information, but at least Windows gave you the power to do what you would like with your PC. And they made Windows, and they made it better than the alternative, like Linux, for example. Well, Linux had unfortunately not come along as far as Windows at that time, but right now I think Linux is the best PC operating system to use, because Linux is user-friendly, it gives you the power, it respects its users, it respects the people who use it, and the people working on it are community volunteers. They don't do stupid things for profit. They don't do stupid things just to earn some money. Earn a bit of money they really don't need, but like adding AI feature, actually Canonical added, it's planning on adding some AI features to Ubuntu. So, and I hear Canonical is planning to add AI features to Ubuntu, so fortunately that said may not be valid. Is there a way I can get it to those fruits? And well, I guess I've explored as much as I can explore, but no. But this game's so new to me. Lost 2 lives on that level. I personally would like to. I personally wish that people would switch to Linux. It seems that a lot of people are switching to Linux in this day and age, but certainly not everyone. Like, Linux may not suit your need if you can't. Like, Linux may not suit your needs if you need to use Photoshop or some other program. Photoshop or Premiere or something like that. This entire level, just one very long jump sequence, I mean, means that I haven't got anywhere so far. And again, it may be a hidden teleporter. It's like I'm stuck in a loop. seems like I'm stuck in a loop with the hidden teleporters. I didn't take falling damage there, but yeah, this game crazy with the hidden teleporters. And also there's no hint that there's not really any hint to me that I am actually making any progress. Oh, balls. Balls. Well, good thing I timed that run well. No, I have a lot of memories of Windows 95, Windows 98. I remember that Internet Explorer and the file manager were one and the same, and that's because Microsoft wanted to win the browser war, and it was important for them because whoever wins the browser war gets to decide what websites work, what websites don't. And that sucks. Okay. Oh, it's another one of these. Okay. Not a lie. I don't know how to enter my name properly in this game, but 12 dark diamonds in total. Moonchild Heroes. Well, I got 12 of them. Let's launch the demo. We wanna maybe launch the demo to see what I can do better. Okay. Well, that's how you get into the... Well, that's how you get below the slopes. But do you really have to kill yourself on the spikes? I don't think so. And what do you do? And what's the benefit to collecting all the dark diamonds, I wonder? I remember the Windows 95, even Windows 98 had the briefcases. I remember... Well, I guess that means if you collect enough blue, green, red, and yellow diamonds, you get an extra life. Okay. I better collect that dark diamond before I miss the opportunity. Game, it's not really smooth scrolling. I wonder. SDL3 recently got ported to MS-DOS of all platforms. Well, that makes me wonder. Would it be possible to get this game running on MS-DOS with the SDL3 port? I have a lot of memories of DOS games. DOS games were my childhood, like Commander Keen, Duke Nukem 2, Hocus Pocus, Cosmos Cosmic Adventure, Major Striker, Raptor Call of the Shadows. Is that it? Oh. How do I ban this guy? Means I can't pause the game. Dang. Yeah, and if I try to block the term best viewers, it's just gonna give me the... I think if I just try to block the term best viewers, it won't work, because it will block legitimate users. Well, it also best viewers is very easy to fake with Unicode. I only just recently remembered how to ban people with the 7TV interface. There's a slider that you drag, you go to the right. Slider that you click on to time out or ban people. Okay. Seems like they're changing their URL, so unfortunately. I didn't quite time that too well, but... still alive. Bees! Get away from the bees! Oh no. Also, Betos is coming up in May. I probably won't be doing anything for that. The only Windows 3.0, 3.1 game that I have is a game called Inner Space, and I'm not sure that will work on Linux. Dear. And this is gonna take a very long time for me to get past. You really appreciate how these people who hold events like NATO's in December, Amiga April, Amiga August, to bring more attention to these platforms that are very rarely seen on Twitch. Like, most of the retro streamers on Twitch play console games, play old console games, PlayStation, Super Nintendo, NES, Genesis, Mega Drive, Master System, Arcade. Well, it's a lot easier than it might be possible to port this game to DOS if it has used one palette throughout. Uses one color palette throughout. What's going on here? Get into a good position, get a running start, and get over there. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Witches flying on their broomsticks. Nope. You're getting banned. Add you on Discord? Nope. You're getting banned. Do you even read the rules? You're not human. Add you on Discord, best viewers on blubberraw.com. You guys aren't humans. So there is no way. There's no way that you go for humans. Man. You see now why I'm not moving as quickly, why I'm moving slowly. Because of the slop on the ground. Ouch. And get witches on their broomsticks. And birds flying past. I take it the screen shaking means that I'm taking damage. Oh man, this will not be easy. What is this guy's movement pattern? Gotta be aware of this one. Okay. Okay. Jumped right into the witch. Just gonna take a quick drink. Oh man. Well, this game is hard. Or maybe it's just because I haven't really memorized. Because I haven't really memorized the levels yet. It's because it's my first time playing. Can I go back and play previous levels based on the 1997 game by Rainier Van Vliet, Metin 7, Raymond Braumüller, or scored by Morse? Okay. How do I get back to the main menu? Okay, I had to have the window selected. Okay. Are you telling me that I cannot... Okay. I cannot use the up and down arrows to... up and down arrows on the level selection screen yet. Okay, let's see what's on the other side of this teleparty. Trailer party. Teleparty. Toilet of teleportation. This is quite a maze. Dear. Really doesn't take much for him to take falling damage, does it? Really doesn't take much for him to get hurt by the falling. Oh, great. I got my health sapped by a monster. But, first level, so I guess I have a greater chance of surviving this than I would have if this were... I would on the harder, later levels. It's that boy. And the food that you collect, it's so not really worth it. Okay, can I possibly get up there? I think there might be something up there, maybe another dark diamond. Yes, you see the direction arrow and the slime's changed. The direction arrow on that sign changed, because this section is meant to look identical to the section below. There's a hidden teleporter down there. An invisible teleporter down there. Will that do me any good? No, obviously not. Can I even get through there? Man, oh. Is there anything? Oh, I like to explore some more, but I also feel like I've explored everything I can. Well, I think I've explored everything that I know how to explore. Extremely, it's under the Amiga April tag because Amiga, because you know it's Amiga April, and this is originally going to be, Moonchild was originally going to be a Commodore Amiga game for the AGA Amiga models. Okay, it blocks me. Oh, is there a way to get down there? If so, then how? How do I get down there? Oh dear. Shooting those things at me. I have fond memories of Windows 95, Windows 98. My favorite childhood video game was a game for Windows 95 and Windows 98. It's Wing Commander Prophecy. That's my favorite video game from my childhood. Wing Commander Prophecy. It's a game for Windows 95, Windows 98. Okay, so that's how I get down here. Interesting. See what's on the other side of this teleporter. Okay, one, go right and go up. Right. Oh. Okay. It's hard to tell which ones are in the front and which ones are in front of you, which ones are behind you. Okay, so I guess it's the stuff he shoots. It's random. Man. Like the stuff, like the tiles that are behind you and the tiles that are ahead of you, they look exactly the same. They look exactly the same. Well, there's no way to tell whether a tile will block you or not. I'd like to say that Linux is a great operating system to try because Microsoft has made a lot of mistakes with Windows 11 right now, and what is that? Is that a banana? Yeah, I really do like these games where let you explore like this. Damn it! Won't be long before I'm dead. Be long before I lose another life. Maybe I don't have the power to be his friend. Well, this is my first time playing, to be fair, and goodness, how was I supposed to know that that was in front? Oh my. There's another secret teleporter. Oh my, I can't believe it. That sucks. Collect all that just to not even be able to get an extra life. Really gotta time this job well. else. And I'm almost dead yet again. Maybe I should do the jump when I'm a bit higher. No. Three lives there. Let's try this again. You shouldn't pick that up when I don't need to. Not like I had a choice there. It's hard to tell whether those are going to be health pickups or not. It! I am so glad that the developers of this game released the source code. That is something that very few, if any, game developers bother to do. John Carmack released the source code for Doom. I got the people around him to release the source code for their game. It's like Wolfenstein 3D, Rise of the Triad. Maybe it's the viral effect of the GPL, of the new GPL in action. Yes, that's the best way to get around those. But can't really do much here. Well, I decided to tag the stream as Amiga April because this was originally going to be, because Moonchild, this game was originally going to be the game for the Commodore Amiga. There are reasons why I believe MS-DOS is like the best retro gaming platform. First of all, because MS-DOS is easy to emulate. Because, well, no, it's not really easy to emulate. Nothing is easy to emulate, but you don't need any Kickstart ROMs or BIOSes to emulate MS-DOS. You don't need, like, in order to emulate an Amiga, you need the Kickstart ROMs. You can get though you can use the free Kickstart ROMs from Amiga Live. But in order to emulate a PlayStation 2, you need the PlayStation 2 BIOS. In order to emulate, I don't know if you need something like that to emulate a PlayStation 3, but, or a Nintendo Wii, but least none of the... you could argue that, in that respect, Super Nintendo emulation is better than the MS-DOS emulation because it's more convenient. You just load the ROM file into the emulator and then just load the ROM file into the emulator and then you're playing. Grief, that was a hit. Oh no! We almost got... We almost got destroyed by the spikes. And of course, I lost my... Lost all my progress on the building up for the extra life. Heavens, this game is hard. Then again, a lot of old games were hard like this. Yeah. Wish there was healing water. The only way to heal up that I know of in this game is to collect those fruits, but I was trying to get it here, but I was taking the wrong approach all along. Right, that looks like I collected all seven dark diamonds. Now, I suppose it's time for me to leave. Right. 6, 7. Yeah, I know that. That's 6, 7 meme. I think it's something like 69. I had that 6, 7 meme is something like 69. So, hoping for an extra life here. Right. 2 lives. Would be nice if I could get another. Oh. Dang, I did that at the worst time. All because I started my running jump at the worst time. I'm glad I started this stream in the morning because I'm just awake at this hour. Really, I like to start my stream at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but that's not really viable for me anymore. Or at least not for now, because I'm not awake. I get tired at that time, for some reason. Okay. Oh. There are falling rocks here. Okay, there are logs that I can jump onto. It's over here. Ah, yes, the slime that stomps me. Yes, it's the slime on the ground. It looks different than the grass. It looks ever so slightly different than the grass, but it's still kind of hard to tell because they're both green substances. Here are the witches and the birds. Ha ha ha! Damn it! Well, I didn't know there were 2 of them, 3 of them. Gotta be careful here. I just don't like how if you take even a bit of if you take even a bit of damage, your run is pretty much over. You're pretty much cooked at I'm pretty much cooked at this point. Yeah, the Amiga can do high resolution, do games in high resolution like this, but and the witches are slower than the birds. I was thinking and here I was thinking that I would be able to here I was thinking that I would be able to do something. Oh. Okay. Oh. This is interesting. I like those platforms from Commander Keen. Okay. Enter my name, shall I? Team gems. Okay. Glad I didn't lose my gem collecting progress. Oh. Good grief, this is hard. And again, Commodore Amiga was known for hard games. Even Jawgrass says that Jawgrass, my Kamiyoshi, says that Nintendo hard has nothing on Commodore Amiga hard. Oh. Level. I'm gonna lose a lot of lives on this level, I can already tell. Thing noteworthy in here? No. Just get good at jumping. This challenge is interesting, though. Oh, I thought I had to flip the switch again. I don't trust that mushroom. It's a lift. But why introduce it like that on this level? Ugh. Damn it! Why introduce it when I have a time limit like this? But I can explore freely again. Danger is past and I can explore freely again. Ugh. Oh. You know, I almost feel like jumping to the other side of that spike pit. Here I go. Damn it! I'm gonna mute the audio again on my side because it's from 1997 game. I don't know if did I lose all my Dark Diamond collecting progress? Yes, I did. Okay, here we go again. Yeah, I see that I picked up sprinting shoes. That makes me run a lot faster than I usually would. Stupid falling damage. But at least I don't have to worry so much about the Okay. What the poop? I wanted you to jump, but you didn't jump. Jump, you chump! I can pick up this Dark Diamond over here. You know, the music I played during the intro, it's from an obscure but good MS-DOS game called Get Lost. I like that game because it's 3D puzzle game. It looks really cool, really high tech for the time. And it's great for playing during Zasudan. Oh! Oh dear, the sort of reminds me of those bear traps in Monster Bash, where you had to do a low jump in order to trigger them and run under them. Oh my goodness. No, that was expected, but not entirely unwelcome. Oh, my goodness. Games actually being nice to me for once. How do I get over there? Oh damn, boss fight. That looks like a boss. Actually, he's not... doesn't seem to be that difficult for a boss. Hello, Cold Zombie. How are you doing? I decided to check out the game Moonchild because it was recently re-released, and I'm doing... Hello. Oh, I'm doing fine, Cold Zombie. You can see I did a few upgrades to my stream. Now I have a PNG tuber avatar that I drew myself. I have a bit better on-screen chat message display. What do I do? Gotta be aware of the fall damage in this game. Oh my. Only Moonchild has witnessed the meteor crash into the planet. It is his destiny to stop the seemingly unstoppable. The Moonchild was originally going to be a game for the Commodore Amiga, but the this upgrade. Oh yes. The Moonchild was originally going to be a game for the Commodore Amiga, but during the development of this game, Commodore, or the company, went bankrupt, and so they weren't able to release this on Commodore Amiga like they wanted to. But they quickly ported it to Windows 95, and 30 years later, the original developers released the source code and got the game ported to modern operating systems, Windows, Linux. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I start streaming again? Okay, what when I start streaming again? I have a lot of memories of Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows XP. My favorite video game from my childhood was a Windows 98 game. It was Wing Commander Prophecy for Windows 98. I decided to play this today because it's a good game. Because I consider it to be an Amiga game. Only recently checked out the only recently looked up the Commodore 64 ads on YouTube. Are you keeping up with the Commodore? What's this about? Well, I hear that it's a good idea to just talk about whatever that comes to mind when you're streaming. Not really focus too much on the game. Focus more on your audience and whatever comes to mind that is not related to the game when you're streaming. Just all this platforming reminds me of Jazz Jackrabbit 2. Jazz Jackrabbit 2 also had tough platforming with the slippery movement where you really had to be precise with your movements. I'm dead again. At least the game is nice enough to give me invincibility frames. Hello, Cliff Boothsy. Easy. Or rather, Cliff Booth. I'm playing Moonchild. I'm playing the recently released Moonchild Friendship Edition. Well, I do like to whenever I know something about a game behind the scene, and something about the game behind the scenes, the development history, and stuff like that, I do like to talk about the development history of the game. Whenever I know stuff like that. Reminded you of Jazz Jackrabbit? I can see it. Oh dear. What have we here? I wanted to explore some more. Whatever, I can go back to the level. I can go back to that level if I want. With this jackhammer. Yeah. So again, this game was originally made for, and it was going to be released for Commodore Amiga, but unfortunately Commodore went bankrupt before they finished developing this game, and this game only initially saw a release in the Netherlands because the company that was funding it, they went bankrupt. They went under. The company that was in charge of this game's development, they went bankrupt before they could release the game worldwide. This game got a port to Windows. This game was for Amiga and Windows 95, Windows 98. Work on something only to never get released. Well, it actually did get released in the Netherlands, but not in any other country. But 20 or 30 years after the initial release in the Netherlands, it got the freeware release and the open source port, the Moonchild Friendship Edition. but I'd still consider this to be an Amiga game, which is why I'm streaming with the Amiga April tag. I do like to stream Windows 95, Windows 98 games whenever I can find the opportunity to, and if I get them working. I'm primarily a fan of Windows 95, Windows 98, and MS-DOS games. So, and there are multiple reasons for that. First of all, because MS-DOS is easy to emulate. Well, nothing's really easy to emulate, but for MS-DOS, you don't need any kickstart ROMs. You don't need any special BIOSes like you do for the emulating the PlayStation or the Amiga. Like for the Amiga, you need the kickstart ROMs, and for emulating the PlayStation 2, you need the PlayStation 2 BIOS. Oh wow. Second of all, the game are a lot of Windows 95, Windows 98, MS-DOS games are available on GOG.com. You cannot say the same for games for PlayStation or Super Nintendo, any other console. For whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe it's because they're meant for consoles and not PCs. So in that way, yeah, you were going a PC with Windows 95, good old days. Yeah. What is this? Oh dear. I do not trust those things to be safe too. Those things are dangerous. Oh damn. Oh damn, that guy can jump. Well, it's my first time playing, so a lot of mishaps and deaths are expected, I guess. For sure. Man. We're playing Resident Evil Remaster from 2002 and really enjoying it. Well, it's not available on Steam or GOG. But I wonder, it'd be amazing if I really like it when games get released on GOG, because in my mind that means they're preserved well. Because, they're available on a modern storefront and for modern PC platforms. Like, I believe that, the US Supreme Court ruled that emulation is legal. They ruled that emulation counts as not a derivative word, but transformative. Yes, transformative. And so therefore, emulation is transformative, therefore, it's legal under United States law. And okay, you bought it on Steam a few weeks ago, Leia. added the classic versions of Resident Evil 1, 2, 3 there as well. Nice. I know there's a few remakes of Resident Evil games, but I know there's also the remakes of the Resident Evil games. They like the Resident Evil 3 remake. And this one is called Resident Evil HD Remaster, and it's from 2002, but it's hard to believe it's that old because the remaster looks amazing. I'll give it a quick look. Maybe I'll give that a quick look sometime. I'm interested in playing Pregnata. That new Capcom title, Pregnata. I have a new PC. I have parts for a new PC in the work. I have a bunch of parts for a new PC, but I still have yet to put together for that new PC, and I still need to buy the power supply for it. And even when I buy the power supply, I don't know if the power supply will be strong enough to provide the power that PC needs. I'm just praying and hoping. Although I did check on the check on the PC builder website. What is it called? PC Part Picker. Yes, PC Part Picker. I did check my component list on the PC Part Picker website and didn't detect any issues with it, although the last PC I'm running the PC right now. It's built from a list of pre-selected, of slightly customizable pre-selected parts from a local PC company. Grief, these guys. Grief, these guys. Jeez, you. Why for chasing me? They're making it's really hard, if not damn near impossible. So good at killing me. I could possibly get over there. Need to for the fruit. Man. Right when I was about to pick that up, damn. This is actually not too bad. This section is actually not too bad. Son of a gun. I'm gonna die a lot. But level by level. So I really wish that there was an emulator for Windows 95 or Windows 98 that, you could let you emulate Windows 95, Windows 98 games without needing a copy of Windows 95 or Windows 98. Because, you have DOSBox. That lets you run DOS games without having a copy of MS-DOS. And I also wish that DOSBox supported retro achievements, because I believe if the DOSBox supported retro achievements, then that would garner a lot more interest in MS-DOS and the games available for it. Because retro achievements are quite a popular thing in the retro scene. As of recently, you have Windows 95, then Windows 98, and then Windows XP. Probably your favorite operation system from back in the day. Windows XP was really good. It crashed a lot less than Windows 95 and Windows 98. In fact, it was only very rarely. I don't really remember many blue streams of death from when I was using Windows XP. That meant that Windows XP was very, very good in terms of stability. You didn't prevent individual apps from crashing though, but overall the experience was absolutely sublime. What was I supposed to do about that? And that's annoying as heck. Be killed by a bunch of guys, to be killed by a bunch of guys in hard hats. Whatever, I don't think there's anything left for me to pick up from there anymore, so at least I got one of those green diamonds. Hey. But I'm regarding that. I heard about Huntdown. Yes, I have Huntdown in my Steam library. I have Huntdown in my Steam library. And I'd say that game is inspired by Blackthorn because of how you can take cover and shoot. Because of how you can shoot and take cover and such. That game reminds me of Blackthorn. I think I may have played Blackthorn in my childhood, but I can never figure out what to do in that game. Oh, Blackthorn by Blizzard. Blackthorn, aka Prince of Persia with a shotgun. You even have one emote from that game. I have the very same emote because I'm subscribed to my Oshi Jogresk. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh man, they just keep coming. We have to want to. Really have to work hard at avoiding them. Because still don't really know the best way to deal with these jerks. I guess the best way to deal with them is to deal with them one at a time. Is to get them away from you. Lure them away from you one at a time. Damn. I thought I'd be able to make it up there, but no. No, I saw Medic Finland throw that Wolfie mode around. I don't know what that... I don't know who has it, though. Didn't think I would fall off there. Man, they really don't hold back with... really don't hold back with the difficulty. As my dog says, Nintendo Hard has nothing on Amiga Hard. By the way, Amiga Monday. Get that checkpoint before you forget it. How could I have known about that? Really, I couldn't have known about that. Oh man. Like to take a short break, just watch the demo here. Game is getting rather go eat me some food, but you will be lurking. Thanks for the Cliff Booth. By the way, oh, this game looks like Care Bear is mixed with a Grinch. Hello, Val. How are you doing? Yeah. Doesn't he look like that kind of, doesn't he look like that kind of art style with the bright colors? Well, just vibey. Good to hear, Val. Glad. Yes. Anyway, Moonchild is a game. It's a game that was originally developed for the Commodore Amiga, with the AGA models of Commodore Amiga, the advanced graphics architecture. I don't know everything that the advanced graphics architecture is capable of, but anyway, before the developers completed this game, the Commodore, or the company, went bankrupt, so they ported the game to Windows 95 and Windows 98 because they were... So because Commodore went bankrupt, they decided to port the game to Windows 95, Windows 98, so they could make a bit of money on it, and the game was released in the Netherlands. The game was only initially released in the Netherlands. And before they could release it internationally, they had to... before their studio, the company that was funding them, unfortunately went bankrupt. But 30 years later, some people decided to message Metin7 on Blue Sky and tell him about their memories of playing this game as a kid. So after that, this game got a modern source for it thanks to Morse, and I don't know if I'm saying that name correctly, but this modern source for it is Moonchild FE, also known as Moonchild Friendship Edition. And it also got the source code for the original game released, and the source code for Moonchild Friendship Edition. Well, it looks like I collected everything I can here, so be a good idea to move on. But how to leave this place, I don't know. Oh no. I can see I can see why you're saying it's inspired by the Grinch, but I don't think I can see why you think it's inspired by the Care Bears. And watch for falling rocks here. You also have Metin7, the artist behind this game, he regularly posts on Mastodon with his artwork. Some of his artwork is done in Blender, so his artwork shows up in the Blender or 3D tag on Mastodon. I posted a link to his Mastodon account earlier, but I don't think I'm gonna be posting the Mastodon account link again unless someone wants me to. Okay. Well, I was talking a bit about the Capcom games earlier. I'm a bit interested in playing Pragmata, that new Capcom game with with Brad and Diana, I think their names were. Oh no, it was Hugh and Diana. But anyway, I'm a bit interested in playing Pragmata. I have a bunch of parts for a new PC, but I haven't finished buying all the parts that I need for the new PC yet. I'm really not sure whether I have almost all of the parts that I need except for the hard drive and the power supply. But the hard drive I can easily get from another computer in this house, but the power supply I'm not so sure about, because I need a power supply that's powerful enough for that new PC, and gaming PCs generally take a lot of power. Gosh, it's so hard. It's like impossible to tell which tiles are gonna block you and which tiles are not. Oh, I almost have another life. Okay. 4 lives. That was really hard to... It's really hard to accumulate the gems you need for all those extra lives. What is... Oh, I guess it picked up a sprint shoe power up. Picked up a sprint shoes power up. I don't know if that will let me. Oh damn, I forget how to get in there. Okay. do I get down there? I remember that the teleporter takes me down there. Stupid decision. A stupid decision. Thanks to the stupid decision. Is there a way for me to jump higher? I think so, but... really gotta be careful with these enemies here. They do a lot of damage in very little time. Okay. Another stupid decision, but at least I got out alive this time. I don't have the sprinting jump power up, so just didn't think almost thought I wouldn't be able to beat that jump. Well, that's all seven dark diamonds. They're important for some reason. I'm so glad that, I can... Forgot what I was gonna say there, but... I may have to lose another light in order to... You have to lose another life in order to get past this level. Hope that's not necessary though, but... Not really counting on it. Wow, I beat it. So can I collect all the dark diamonds on this level? It's possible for me to do that. If we know it's the first level. By the way, if you want the full story on this game, the re-release of this game, you can go read the story on Gaming on Linux. I will post a link if you want. And I don't know if this game is made with SDL2 or SDL3, but well, it can be ported to SDL3 if it's made with SDL2. It's definitely possible to port it to SDL3. The thing about SDL3 now, did you know that SDL3 added a DOS port, and you can now develop DOS games with SDL3? It's pretty amazing, I dare say. And I like that because, you know, I like being able to develop games that basically anyone can play. Web browser or emulator. Oh wow. I got enough for an extra life. Move for that last dark diamond. Wonder where I can find that one. Well, I already looked down there. This guy takes so much. This guy gets hurt so much when he falls. Sorry for bumping the microphone, but and no, when I was last Wednesday, I think I beat the MS-DOS version of Turrican. I definitely no. If it wasn't today though, if it wasn't last Wednesday, then it was definitely this month. It was definitely this month. The MS-DOS version of Turrican 2 is interesting because, for one thing, it was made by Sun Project. And, you know, Sun Project is... It was made by a Sun Project, and Turrican 2 for MS-DOS is the only game they worked on. And also, Turrican 2 for MS-DOS has a lot of... It's like a complete visual overhaul compared to the original. A complete visual facelift compared to the original. Right, so you can kill the by getting them on the spikes. That is, if they're dumb enough to run into the spikes for you. I really don't know how to... These guys are hard. Oh, nice. I actually managed to get them all. I actually managed to get spikes. We managed to catch him on the spikes. Yeah. But that is unfortunately the only place that I figured out how to unfortunately the only place that I figured out how to kill them. Dear. And it's gonna take me a long time to figure out. It's gonna take me quite a while to figure out how to go through that part successfully. I think I may have done it once already, but I don't like how losing life resets your progress on the getting an extra life. That's just... I get under there. I can't get under there by mashing the down arrow keys. Damn. It looks like I wanted to run into that one. I lost my momentum and my momentum, that gravity I got thanks to gravity, but why is it not working when I press the enter key? Jeez. Man. I'm glad I was able to explore a bit more of the other levels and collect a few more of those dark diamonds. Hard to tell when this will end. I think it's shortly after that, yeah. Oh damn, these guys are hard to get past. Okay. It's even harder if these guys in hard hats that chase you around. Be smart enough to avoid the spike pit. Okay, maybe I'll... Okay, maybe I can... Maybe I'll figure it out now. Or not. That platform is a bit too narrow in order to effectively get rid of him. The platform is a bit too wide in order to actually effectively get rid of that guy. Or easier to get rid of him when he's standing on a narrow platform. Smart enough to jump around and chase you, so... I'm almost dead. I've been taking the touch damage from him. Really gotta take advantage of his momentum and... Like, you gotta know how to take advantage of his momentum so we can make him fall into the spikes. Here, doggy. Here. Good doggy. Damn. Well, screw it, it's not worth it. Fuck it. Okay. Um,
Oh.
I have no idea how. I have no idea to get through that. Clearly, standing at the edge there is not the answer. You need to have momentum in order to actually effectively get through that little opening there. I'm surprised I didn't get hit by that bottom, by that spike on the bottom there. Okay, let's see if I can get that level. I'd rather play a different level now. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Oh great. Will refresh the progress you make on collecting the dark diamonds. Well, at least if you don't beat the level. Thinking of switching to another plugin. Thinking of switching from the closed captioning plugin to the switching from the closed captioning extension I have in Google Chrome to OBS plugin called Logo Logo that's based on OpenAI Whisper speech-to-text model, and I heard good things about that one. Really can't think of much to talk about. I end up talking about the real world shit if I just say what's on my mind. Even now, I really can't think of much that I even now, I really can't think of much to say. Although I am none too pleased about Sony saying they are going to take their games off of PC, take their games away from PC, but the number speak for themselves. But I saw a really good video talking about why they're making that decision. You know, it makes sense for Sony because makes sense for Sony that they're going to that they make a lot more money from PlayStation and the exclusive PlayStation titles than from PC gamers on Steam. And then again, I hear that Sony never puts their titles on sale, but they don't really do anything to track the PC audience. Well, that is so annoying. Having to reset my progress on getting an extra life. And I almost got crushed by that. Almost got crushed by that a second time. Good grief. Because the hook is the sort of thing that hurts you and not the sort of thing you grab onto. I don't know. I don't know. Well, glad that landing on one of those platforms doesn't. Glad that landing on one of those platforms doesn't hurt you. Yeah, looks like the hook is one of those things that hurts you. Oh, what the heck? Glad you don't get hurt by landing on platforms. what is the best way past this book? Oh, okay, there's really not much point in trying to get underneath that pipe. Okay. I think a lot of modern games are a lot more merciful than this. All my impatience is my ultimate undoing. Yeah, verily, my impatience is my ultimate undoing. Screw you! Screw you! Monster! Oh, poo you, monster. Idiot. Oh great. I can't leave this. But, you know, at least this game doesn't stick a time limit on you like Turrican. That was like the most annoying part of Turrican, in my opinion, is the time limit. I wonder if it'll be worth just jumping up here. No, it's not worth jumping up there. Yes, invisible teleporty. Invisible teleportation. Invisible toilet of teleportation. The teleporty, as I like to call it. That's an idea. Right. It's a bit annoying that you have to. Really can't just ride that platform. But I guess it's understandable that they don't really. They had a hard time coding a platform like that to hold the platform to carry you with it. It is entirely different, entirely different ordeal. I like how this guy devolves when he dies. I'm thinking of putting a similar effect on my PNG tuber model, so that, you know, if you hate me that much, you can melt me. You can make me dissolve into particles like that. I guess it helps. I guess jumping will. Guess it helps. Guess jumping helps. I'm an idiot. Oh man. I thought that, you know, using another plugin for my model would. I decided to use a reaction image reaction plugin for OBS, and that I would be able to. I decided to use the image reaction plugin for OBS for my PNG tuber thing, and it's worked out so far, but I. Worked out okay so far, but I impatience is my ultimate undoing. I am such an idiot. Keep in mind that there's no time limit, and I should really think about my jumps and my movements and so that I don't get myself killed unnecessarily. Stupid. I lost so many lives to stupid decisions I made on this level. I'd like to try to avoid losing any more if I can, because I have no lives left, and that's really annoying. So far I found 6 diamonds. I assume there are 7 dark diamonds on each level, and I've only found 6 of them on most of the levels I've played so far. There's 1 dark diamond on this level that I'm having a really hard time with. Careful, you idiot! You're gonna get hurt and you're gonna... Defense, you idiot! Wait! Good grief. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Really don't know how to finish entering my name here. Good grief. Start again. Because I'm an idiot who can't control himself. It's not yet. Okay. No. You're really annoyed with having to wait and 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 wait for more, wait for more, wait and wait for more. I didn't think he would do that. What an underhanded move. I was underhanded. I was so underhanded, game. There. I waited. And I waited. And I waited. And I waited. I can't believe this. Old games like this were so merciless. Yeah, I may as well just die now. And maybe I need another break. Check out the demo. I'll be taking a drink. I do wonder about that demo level. Shoot. On. I do wonder about that demo level. Is it is that demo level a level you can play, like a bonus level? What does Easier Shoot do for you? I have no idea what Easier Shoot does for you. Oh, closing in on. Reached the bottom. Oh. Wait. Oh, these bugs do a damn good job of guarding this place. only got rid of him, but they give me so little in terms of food. They give me, in my opinion, this game gives me way too little in terms of food for healing. Okay, there's a bit of food. Alright, before I think it would be a good idea to go over here before I go over there. I don't know how to get to that one, but that dark diamond, but I almost thought I would die there. Oh my god. Good grief. Bone. Looks like the way to defeat those guys is to get them running really fast and then trick them into running into the spikes. Maybe this is when let me guess. That slime is gonna hurt me. What is going on here? Why is the... Man. With the vision doubling and the... Oh, this is not easy. This is... Well, at least I got out of there with 4 dark diamonds. Right. Ah, yes. Donkey Kong bear. Ah, yes. Donkey Kong barrels. That's basically what those are. I have to go up here. I have to be patient about. I have to really work at dodging these. Okay. What's in here, I wonder? This... Oh. Man, the slippery movement making this difficult. I wonder how much is there to this game? Is there just the 4 worlds, or are there more? All that for one little dark diamond. Well, anyway, Eva, I think I'm done with this for now. Almost done. I assume that's a bottomless pit and it's going to kill me. Oh great. Instant death. I didn't have a choice there. And jumping out there, hoping that the platform materializes under my feet. You really gotta know about those platforms. Really gotta know that those platforms are gonna appear there. You really wanna effectively cross it. Really gotta know when they appear. Now they're making me cross it in the opposite direction. Every time I fall, I get hurt. For some reason. I don't know why. Damn it! The bugs. The death of me. Hey, why can I not pick that up? What the hell? This must be a maze of fake walls and... That's another hidden teleporter. Another invisible teleporter. No. But hey, sorry for bumping the microphone, but hey, at least I was patient that time. At least I waited. You happy now? Happy that I waited? Waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. Or... Damn. Okay. I've had enough of this for now. But leave your friend. And, well, thank you very much. I've had enough of this for now, unfortunately. But thank you very much for coming. I really do appreciate it. It really made it feel like it's worth it for me to keep streaming. You really made my day for me. Seriously, thank you. Anyway, I'll be rating Medic Finley because he's doing Amiga April stuff. Anyways, see you maybe. Well, actually, I won't. Maybe I will see you Wednesday. Yeah. In the morning, if I do a stream. Right. Goodbye.